Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Week 8 NFL slate of Beehive Sports. Missing Arnold today. He's got a little
Or dog.
so we'll pick up the
Always
slack.
grinding.
But you know the deal. We're gonna give you everything
Damn deal.
about every single game on Sunday and Monday. Give thoughts about who to start, who to stay away from. It's just simple stuff, but you need to know it. So let's jump right into it. First game. Thank God we don't have any international London games to start this week. I'm tired of seeing the Jaguars just ruin my mornings. So starting off, 49ers at Texans. Niners 5-2 at Texans 2-4. Interesting things. Houston is favored in this game without Nico Collins. Nico's out for the week. Houston's a 1.5-point favorite, even though that they're 2-4. So you start Kittle, you start CMC, Texans side. I really like Woody Marks this week. I think his usage has gone up every week, and they just seem to be more. They trust him more, so I wouldn't mind starting Woody Marks. But other than that, I really don't have much to say about this one.
I don't see how the Houston Texans are favored in this game. They look bad. Their offense cannot operate. Their defense is good, but they have to be superhuman to win a game. And the 49ers are just such an efficient offense. I don't think they take much of a hit with the Texans defense. They can stop them every time, but the Texans aren't going to score, so it doesn't matter. I don't think the Texans are going to win, especially without Nico. I mean, I understand the passing game has been pretty bad, but still, at least you have a guy you can just throw to. But now you don't. Now you're going to have to rely on a bunch of rookies and Christian Kirk, who seems non-existent. I don't know. I don't think George Kittle's going to get another donut, especially on a national tight end day. This is a super start for George Kittle if you have him. I'd be tucking that win away because he is going to go insane. I think this is a huge day for tight ends all around the league. Narratives love to play a part in fantasy matchups. So maybe even fire up Dalton Schultz, man. Who knows? Should be fun.
But yeah, I think Dalton Schultz is actually a fire start this week. I mean, last week I think he saw up to 10 targets, maybe even more last week when Nico leaving the game early. I think Christian Kirk is actually out this game too, if I'm correct. I think they're both out, Christian Kirk and Nico.
Oh, so he is out. Damn, with a hamstring? Wow.
Might be.
Yeah.
He's still questionable?
Oh, still questionable?
Yeah.
Well, I love Dalton Schultz in this matchup here. I would start the rookie Jalen Noel, if you really need to, like in a deep league. I mean, there's so many buys this week. I think I'm considering him in my other league over Ted Johnson. But as far as the running backs go, yeah, you can start Woody as a flex if you're in a PPR league, I think. But I don't know about a standard league. Maybe, I don't know. He doesn't get too much reception work, but, he does give that receiving tutty last week. On the 49ers side, though, I really like Kendrick Bourne. I know there's still no Pearsall, and Stingley's going to be – I think he's going to be shadowing Jennings, but who knows? I don't think Jennings is the type of receiver you need to stay on all game, so I'm not really sure about that. But I think Kendrick Bourne has a really good potential game here, and George Kittle, CMC, those guys are going to be started. Hopefully Mac Jones, he comes back to that little –
CMC start this week?
Back. You said what?
If you have to.
Leaning, no.
So Christian Kirk actually is out. I just looked it up, and they said his anticipated return is December 7th.
God bless. Is he on IR?
So
we in October?
Not right now, but should be.
Wow.
Fire up Xavier Hutchinson, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, fire up all the rookies.
So do we think the Niners or the Texans are going to win? I think the Niners are going to win, but I don't know. It seems like a trap. It's kind of weird.
I don't understand why they have that favor there. What does Vegas know that look, even all these picks, everyone picked the Niners.
I mean, the Niners are honestly really similar to like Seattle as a team, in my opinion, like the way that they kind of just operate. And I don't know.
I don't know. Sure. Vegas knows something.
An interesting one. Giants at Eagles. We got the 2-5 Giants at the 5-2 Eagles. Philly's a 7.5-point favorite, even though the Giants destroyed them 2 weeks ago. That Scatterbo Jackson Dart was just that combo was a little bit too much for that Eagles defense, but I think there was no Jalen Carter, I'm pretty sure, at that game. He's probably going to be back this time. He's obviously very, good in the interior line where Scotto gets most of his work. So it'll be interesting to see how that matchup works out. No AJ Brown. We got Jalen Hurts having his career game last year after all the criticism. So it'll be interesting to see what he does against the Giants, who embarrassed him just 2 weeks prior. I think you still start Scatterbo. You start. Do you start Dart this week? I would say yeah. He just looks like someone.
I think with all the buys and with kind of all the uncertainty at quarterback, I think Jackson Dart's a solid start just because he has a lot of efficiency in the run game. All scrambles too. They don't even draw up plays for him. He just runs. But I don't know. I don't really like any of the Giants receivers. I feel like it's the Jackson Dart show, and just whoever's
I don't
open.
mind Wandale. I don't mind Wandale at all if you have to start him as a flex.
He should have a bigger role. That's what I think. I think we all expected him to kind of like fall into a Malik Neighbors like heavy workhorse receiver, but he just hasn't been that. I think the Eagles are going to hand them pretty well. I think that was a fluke game. The Giants were 2-5 for a reason. They just blew a 33-point lead in the fourth last week. So I don't think it's a get back game. I don't think it's a revenge game for the Giants. Like I think they're cooked this week. I think the Eagles are gonna even without AJ Brown. He had one big catch last week. He had a pretty nice game, but I don't think he's a factor really. They're still gonna run all over the place. I think Saquon might have a really big game. He's kind of been quiet. So if any game for him to go off, it's this game.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see a Saquon breakout game. I mean, not necessarily breakout game, but like a 20-point outing. Like he hasn't had that this year yet. Like, last year he was dropping 20, 25, 30 games every other week. Like, but he's getting his touch, so he's still getting his 20 touches a game. He's just not efficient with him. I think the line has been banged up like all season. Are they coming back now? Or someone came back last week. I forgot who. I think maybe Lane Johnson did. But as far as Eagles, I think the Eagles are going to take this game pretty easily. They're going to cover that 7.5 spread. I'm starting Devontae Smith, starting Goddard. Obviously, Saquon Hurts. On the Giants, though, I really like Wandale as like a safe floor flex play, especially with all these buys coming up or that came up this week. Like I think Wandale's really safe, like 12-point receiver with that upside. If he catches a long one after the rack, like I think last week or the last time he played the Eagles, actually, he had like an 80-yard catch. 50 of those yards was off a yak just after the catch. And then Dart, I think he's a safe play too. I mean, with that rushing upside, you got a safe 12-point QB right there. And Scatterboo, you got to start him.
Are you trading for or away Saquon right now?
I'm trading for him. I think he doesn't have a lot of value for what he can do. And honestly, I think he's gonna get his 100 yards this game. Like he's just due. And if anyone's he's gonna do it against anyone, it's gonna be against his former team. Yeah. And I will say, I do think the Giants are gonna cover, but the Eagles will win. I think the Giants are. I mean, look what they did to the Broncos last week. They collapsed at the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Broncos are another pretty good defense, like the Eagles. Kind of rely on their quarterback to run. It's kind of a pretty similar team to the Eagles, and they give him fits. So I think Giants will cover that. I think Saquon will have a good game, though.
Yeah.
On to the next. Bears at Ravens. 4-2 Bears at the 1-5 Ravens. Never thought I would see that. No Lamar this game. He's officially out, so it looks like Snoop Huntley is going to be the starter this week. 6.5 points to Baltimore, though. I think these odds were still when Lamar was healthy. I don't think these odds have been updated. He just got called out. So this one, start Derrick Henry, start Zay Flowers. I don't feel good about starting Mark Andrews. On the Bears side, I think Loveland – first line right here. Loveland is in for a bigger workload. Cole Kmet's going to be out. Loveland, time to show what he was drafted above Tyler Warren for. I don't know. It's not looking the best. But Swift looks good. One note I will say is that he has that groin injury that just keeps popping up every week. And Mononga is looking better and better. So with Ben Johnson, he's fed Jahmyr Gibbs and Monty when he was in Detroit. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to do Swift and Mononga. So if he's out there on the waivers, I would say go pick him up. That's what I got to say about that. I think Bears will win this game, though.
Definitely stash Mononga. He's looking poised to take over that backfield, especially with a nagging injury. I think Colston Loveland will just be as good as the Bears coaching staff wants him to be. He's really talented. I mean, he's taking over Tyler Warren for a reason. They just don't use him. I don't know why Cole Kmet had such a big workload when they have this really talented rookie tight end. It's not like that doesn't find success in the NFL. Two of the biggest breakout seasons have been Tyler Warren this year and Brock last year. Like I mean, rookie tight ends can work. They just don't give him any routes that are conducive to his game. I like Rome. I think Rome's going to come have a nice bounce back. He's been a little quiet lately, but I think Rome is in for a pretty big one against the Ravens, who just have a really bad defense. The defense is really bad. I think it's what we have to just watch out for is how bad will this game get out of hand if the Ravens defense can't contain that pass game, because they can barely score points either on the other side. I just don't like any players on this Ravens team. So I know it's really bad right now, bye week. So, but if you can sit them, I'd sit them. I wouldn't start any of them.
Yeah, I agree. I unfortunately don't have that luxury. I have to start Derrick Henry, and I hope he just gets loose with a touchdown or another 100-yard outing like last week. But I don't have another option on the bench actually. But I don't know if I'm starting Zay. I mean, I think you have to start Zay, especially with the buys of wide receivers this week. But damn, he does not look good with
You don't
Huntley.
want to. You don't want to.
You have another option, yeah, but you have to be pretty deep to do that, especially with the buys. As far as
are you buying low on Ravens players?
I think Zay's floor has been pretty decent even with the backup. He's had 8 to 15 points every game since Lamar's been out. So, I mean,
what did he do last game with Huntley?
I think he had 8. Yeah.
Which
I mean, that's not what you really want from your wide receiver one that you drafted early, but he has a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
So you can't really.
I think I'm gonna start Loveland this week. That's how damn bad I am.
I saw that.
But I don't understand. It seems like Ben Johnson is not using the tight ends like he did with Laporta at the Lions. Laporta was getting all these different tree routes, even getting motion. He just wants to feed receivers. Zacchaeus is getting work. DJ Moore is running plays in the back. He's doing jet sweeps, all these sorts of things. He's just not giving tight ends love. This week, tomorrow, he does.
National Tight Ends Day. He might. All right.
Bills and Panthers, both 4-win teams going into week 8. Buffalo's a 7.5-point favorite at the Panthers. So just a few things to know is that, they're coming off their bye week. They were pretty mad that they have not been looking good lately. I think Josh Allen's going to come out and he's going to have one of his signature 35-point games, fantasy point games. And the Bills will just handle the Panthers. I don't think it's really going to be close at all. I think it'll be a 2 to 3 score game. Fire up Rico, Tet, Josh Allen. And then I think Dalton is starting this week. So there's no Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young's out. He's got an ankle injury.
Yeah.
Who knows how long that'll be.
Is Kincaid officially out? Do we know that?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so I guess you could start Dawson Knox.
I'm 1,000%, 95% sure. Let me check real quick. I was pretty sure that Kincaid's out. But yeah, I don't think. I think this is going to be a lot closer than what we think here. Oh, he's still questionable, so could be Kincaid could be starting. I think this is going to be a lot closer. The Panthers are pretty solid, even without Bryce Young. I think they've been relying heavily on a really solid run game. And I talk poorly about Chuba Hubbard, but I mean he gets work done. And Rico's been just playing out of his mind recently. So we'll see how they still balance out that backfield. It looked like Rico was getting, more work towards the end of the game when it really mattered. So maybe you start him outright and keep your foot on the gas like that. But I understand the Bills are probably going to be playing pretty angry because they just haven't been, as you said, just not been very good. But I like this Panthers team a lot. I feel like Tet has really been coming into his own. We'll see how he works with Andy Dalton. I mean, he's no Bryce Young, but yeah, I don't know. Are they comparable? Throwing power, throwing ability? They might be pretty comparable. I would imagine Andy Dalton can support Tet pretty well. So I'd be worried about that spread. I think it's going to be a lot closer than we assume. But this will be a fun game. I'm really excited to watch it. And I got a honey pot pick for this game. I am taking Rico Dowdle over 59.5 rush yards. He's hit that in the last 3 games. And even the game where he was getting handcuffed by Chuba Hubbard, he still broke that out last week. That's what's working right now for the Panthers. So I wouldn't imagine it's going to go any other way. They're going to give Rico some touches, and it's up to him to break them out, and I think he will. He's a really talented running back.
Yeah,
I love it.
I like that actually. Yeah, I agree with y'all. I mean, I think the Bills are I think they're gonna boat race them. 2-tutty lead at the very least. I think it is gonna be a fun game fantasy wise though. Bills, you're starting Josh Allen, James Cook. I actually have a honey pot pick of my own with Khalil Shakir. Dude,
oh my god.
Dude, I mean this game just sounds
this game is a money maker.
This is the bounce back games for the Bills, man. Like I'm trying
I'll be watching this one closely now.
Yeah.
I got Khalil Shakir Demon to catch 4.5 receptions.
That's solid.
Josh Palmer's not there. Kincaid is injured. I don't know, man. I think they're gonna come out here. They're gonna throw the ball. Like they're not gonna do slow offense. Like these guys have been slow the last couple of weeks. Like just ball the fuck out, Josh Allen. Just sling it. And I think it's gonna be a really good game for the Bills pass catchers. As far as the Panthers go, I feel like you could probably start Leggett. I didn't watch the Panthers game.
Oh, for sure. I think you can start Leggett too.
I didn't watch the game, so I'm not sure where his 9 or 10 targets came from. What is it, like majority Bryce Young or Andy Dalton? But I know he plays like the more like intermediate routes, like a little closer to the line. They want to get the ball in his hands because of what he does with the ball. So
it was Andy Dalton.
Yeah, it might be a little safety blanket for Andy Dalton again this week, so I don't mind that start at all. And then of course, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say this is a really big game for everybody to watch because we have a third honey pot pick. Sorry to interrupt you. Josh Allen is gonna ball out because Arnold thinks he's gonna hit 3.5 quarters with 25 plus pass yards. This is our first triple pick game in Beehive history, and you know what? I'm confident in all of them. I think all of these would hit. So there you go. I will be watching this game closely.
Is this a noon game? It is.
And they're all gonna go to Khalil Shakir. All of those. We're cashing at the same time.
Oh, wow.
One more.
Wow. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a good one.
It is gonna be great. Wow. I'm hyped for this one now.
I'm excited.
On to the next one. 2-5 Browns at the 5-2 Patriots. New England 6.5 point favorite. Over under is set at 40.5, which I think is kind of high. Start Quinshon Judkins. Do not start Ramondre Stevenson. Last week, he had a fluke week against a bad defense. This is the Browns. They are great. They have a great defense. Ramondre is not going to repeat. He's going to go back to 4 fumbles and then 0.6 yards per carry this week. On the, I think Patriots should win this game. Drake May looks like an MVP candidate. Thus far, it's kind of crazy to say that. Start up Quinshon, start up Stephon Diggs, start up Hunter Henry. That's about it. That's all I can say about this one.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about this one. I mean, I think the Patriots are going to take this one pretty well, just because the Browns don't really have any type of identity on offense still. Like, hand Quinshon Judkins off the ball, but then what? That's only going to work a couple times, especially against a good team like the Patriots. I don't think that's going to work. I'd say maybe you can start Kayshon Boutte in a desperate deep league. He had a pretty big game last week, and he looks like a solid. I mean, he's had a nice floor every now and then, and this might be another one. I mean, the Browns are a pretty tough defense, but you think they're probably going to put all their attention on Stephon and maybe pop Douglas. So I think Kayshon Boutte, with all the buys happening this week, I'd say is a pretty nice start.
He does not get a lot of targets. That's the only thing I'm scared about with him. But when he gets targeted, he catches them for pretty good games. So
If you're desperate.
I like the Patriots this week. I feel like the Browns secondary is real aggressive. Like Delpit just wants to come down and smack somebody. Like I feel they're gonna get beat over top by Butte. Denzel Ward's most likely gonna be on Diggs this game. I want to say. I don't know. Denzel Ward plays, I think, the right side of the field. I see a lot of Butte on the left side, so I think Diggs is gonna be covered by Ward. So it's gonna be a lot from Butte. But I don't know why. I really, really love Hunter Henry in this game. Like, I don't know if it's me, but I feel like every year when there's a freaking National Tight Ends Day, Hunter Henry's in it. Like he balls out. That might just be me.
No, there's definitely some good matchups this week for tight ends.
National Tight Ends.
Speaking of that, no Njoku again. So Harold Fannin primed to just get 7-8 targets, maybe catch 5 of them for 60 yards and a touchdown.
Wait, he's out.
I'm surprised with that.
I was kind of hoping.
Pretty sure.
Damn, I'm really cooking tight end.
I mean, it was like questionable. It was like questionable leaning out, right?
Yeah, no, like he was. Yeah. I know he missed like the last 2 weeks maybe, and I think he's gonna miss a third. I'm almost positive.
Wow.
Interesting.
Is it almost perfect timing? Are we almost there?
Did you see that video of Shiloh and Shadir talking? He was like, I almost went in when they were up like 30 points against the fucking Dolphins last week.
I mean, I think it might be time. Would have
been good to see.
Oh my God.
0-7 Jets at the 3-4 Bengals. Cincinnati 6.5 point favorite. Justin Fields has been looking like dog water. Unfortunately, I think I might have missed on him. Tyrod Taylor's going to be coming in, taking over. I'm almost positive that they already confirmed Tyrod Taylor, but I don't know. The Jets owner is
they were. I don't know if that has been confirmed yet. He said that he was going to hold out on answering that so that they wouldn't have any competitive edge. Brother, you're 0-7. It don't matter.
Yeah. You're playing Joe Flacco, who's like an MVP at this point, man. He's been feeding Jamar and T and making them back to the greats.
I just picked up Justin Fields in our league, bro.
Why?
Good luck, bro.
Why did you do that?
Tyrod Taylor was ruled out.
Oh, was
he really ruled out?
Made the call like 5 minutes ago.
Wow.
15 minutes ago.
Wow, Justin Fields.
Fields is starting this week.
He looked great in that week 1. I thought he was the truth. I thought you guys stealing the draft.
He had like 3 good weeks. Like Dallas, he had a good week. The week before that, he did, and then like week 1. And I was like, oh, I'm so good. Like, I don't need to worry about shit. And now Lamar's out and Justin Fields is in. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck, man? This thing's just fake.
Garrett Wilson coming back. They trade for a receiver. They're straight.
I don't think so, bro. I think that spread is a trap, bro. I feel like the Bengals can cover that really easily, especially with no Sauce and no Garrett, like your 2 number 1 options on either side of the ball. And Joe Flacco is playing like Joe Burrow, bro. That guy is lighting them up. Jamar Chase is going to get 30 catches a game. Even Chase Brown is like, he looked better last week. So we'll see if that was a fluke. I think it is. I don't think Chase Brown's the truth. But I'm not really going to be interested in this game. But that spread is something I would look at, unless it's like all garbage time tuds that the Jets score. But I think 6.5 is a super easy cover for the Bengals.
Yeah, this is a game I will probably not be watching. I have no Jamar Chase, no shares in any of these teams. So
happy to have no shares.
Yeah, this is.
Fuck! I have Mason Taylor. Goddamn, he's still questionable. We'll see.
I think he's questionable. I don't think he's gonna play. Because I'm in my other league.
He's questionable, but he's not out yet.
You just started.
I think I'd bet the under on this game. Honestly, I think the Jets have a decent defense, and the Bengals have a terrible defense, but the Jets have an awful offense. Like I think it's gonna be a battle of mid all around, unless Jamar Chase just has one of his 3 touchdown games.
Definitely.
1-6 Dolphins at the 3-3 Falcons. Looking like Penix is not going to play. Kirko Chains might be coming back into the NFL and making another start. We got the Texas running back legends Bijan Robinson versus Devon Achane. These are both very explosive running backs, except Bijan's actually on a good team. So it's, plug and play Bijan, plug and play Devon. On the receiver side, Drake London, Jalen Waddle, you play them. I think this is going to be that over-under set at 44.5. I think that's going to be way over. I think it's going to be like a 55, 60 point total this week. I got the Falcons. The Dolphins are just terrible. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. And I think you could fire up a lot of people in this game. Like I said, Waddle, HN, Bijan, Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Who's the Darren Waller's out with a pec injury, but you can start a lot of people in here. Darnell Mooney, if you need to. I think he's a solid play. So
yeah, man. You could throw me in at quarterback of the Falcons. I could probably win this game. The Dolphins are really bad. I'd say fire up the Falcons defense if you have them. If they're available, you can pick them up. That might be a really great start because I don't think they're going to figure it out. Disastrous last week. Their morale is probably in the ground right now. I doubt. I don't even know if they'll come out and score a point this game. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this. I won't be watching. It'll be ugly. Bijan's gonna have 300 yards.
Yeah, I really am scared for HN. Like, this offense just scares me, man. I love the kid. I think he always balls out. At least he has a safe floor at the very least. But I don't know. The upside is just hard to be there. Like 30-point upside when the offense can't move. Jalen Waddle I think he was like, he had 2 hamstrings. Was it like hamstrings? They said like both of them shits was hurting him all week.
God damn, like,
Jesus Christ, bro.
You stretch
on that offense, bro. And Mike
Double
McDaniel,
amp.
Tua speaks crazy in his press conferences, bro. Like I'm like, what is going on with this team, bro? I don't know.
Yeah.
You start HN and Waddle, and you pray that they're still gonna ball out despite all this. The Falcons, piggyback what y'all said, like you're starting all the guys, like you already know who you're starting. I'm really excited to see what Kirko does. Does he come back, have a little comeback, bounce back game? I hope so. Miami's team's not good. They're not. He's gonna get a lot of offense opportunities, Kirko, but I hope he balls out. But it might just be a game where they just run the ball, Bijan. I mean, why not? I don't think Miami can't stop them.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. They might just
go out and
yeah. They got whatever, bro.
I will say with the Kirkle change out there, he might be a little nervous and kind of want to feed his number one guy, which leads me to my honey pot parlay pick of the week. Boom. I got a Drake London over 5.5 receptions demon. I think that's a lock. That's the lock of all locks. Like I said, Kirk's gonna be out there in the pocket, not pressured. It's the Dolphins, but he's gonna be like, who can I throw it to? Oh, look at that, 6'2" burner,
6'5".
6'7", bro. Get that 6'7" boy the ball.
You like that? You like that? That's what Kirk Cousins all day.
We're making money. Just look at the bottom of the screen. We're making money.
Yeah. Put the house on it. All right.
On to the next one.
On to the next.
We're on to the afternoon games. We got the 5-2 Bucks at the 1-6 Saints. Tampa Bay's a 3.5-point favorite, which seems a little weird.
What the fuck? What does Vegas know, bro?
I don't know, man. I what I will say is the Saints are actually surprisingly better than I thought they would be. They're losing, but they aren't losing by much. They're being competitive. They're in there until the last 10 minutes of the game every week. Mm-hmm. I think Rattler's been a pleasant surprise. Olave's looking back to his rookie form, just pray that his head stays on his body and not touching any type of turf. No Mike Evans for the rest of the season. Seems like his streak is dead. R.I.P. to real one.
He might come back for it, bro.
He
loves that.
Igbuka's back. Godwin, I think, is not going to play. Yeah, they say he's not going to play. Bucky's still not back. So you start up Rashad White, Igbuka. I guess Tez Johnson. I guess.
You need to. Desperate start. Desperate.
And then on the Saints side, you start up Olave and AK. That's about it. But I think the Bucks, I don't know. That line just gets me nervous, but I think the Bucks will win by a touchdown.
Yeah, what does Vegas know? I feel like that 3.5 can get crushed pretty easily. I understand the Saints are a pretty solid team, but not enough to hang with the Buccaneers. Even without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they just find a way to win. They find a way to get Baker Mayfield is a dog. He just finds a way to get people open, and he'll throw it to whoever's out there. You know, might put the mascot out there and he'll throw him a dud. Yeah, this would be a fun game, I think, but I think the Buccaneers are going to take it pretty handily. I'm trying to think of who is the tight end for the Bucs.
So,
Cade Otton.
Cade
He
Otton.
ended my
That's right.
win streak, bro.
Dog Cade. I think the Cade Otton stock is on the rise. Get him now if you can, because he is looking great, and I think he's going to continue to be great, especially with Mike Evans out, especially with Chris Godwin out. Igbuka can't hold all the load. Bucky's still not in. So if you got Cade Otton right now, this is the best time to have him. He's going to have a great game, especially on National Tight Ends Day.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Bucs are going to take this game, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a competitive game for the Saints. I mean, they've looked good. They haven't looked great.
Yeah,
They're scoring. Like Spencer Rattler I think he's only thrown like 2 picks all season, and one was like off like a tip pass or receiver. I'm not really sure. Like they've been moving the ball, and Chris Olave, when he's healthy, he's balling. Like he's been the guy for Spencer Rattler. I think it's gonna be a really good game, really fun game, fantasy wise too. I think you got to start AK. I think this AK really has a good game here. I think he needs to after this slow start of the season he's had. I don't know. You're starting Olave. I would start Rashid Shaheed if you really needed to, over like the other guys that everyone's getting like named on, like Tez. I would play Shaheed over Tez. I'd play him over Mooney. I'll play him over all these rookies like Jalen Noel, that's Jaden Higgins, all these guys.
Yeah.
And on the Bucks, you're starting Book. You're starting Rashawn White for sure. Baker, Cade Otton. Cade Otton's gonna be a smash today, man. I think Cade Otton's gonna smash today.
Kid, yeah.
I got the Bucks winning. I think it's over 46.5 points.
What are you doing with AK before the bye week? Are you going to try to sell? Like, do you think he's going to get better after the bye, or are you going to try to go get like somebody else for him, some other value?
I think you got. Like he's not.
He's still RB1. You can probably grab some other running back that's comparable.
Yeah, possibly. I think he is who he is at this point. I think he really isn't going to go much lower than what he has. Only thing is he has that receiving upside that we haven't seen yet. And Kendre Miller, who was looking to like kind of take his job, got hurt. So
Spencer doesn't really throw those dump offs like AK has fed off of for the past 5-6 years. Like I don't really know if he's a solid RB1, but yeah.
Maybe if the Saints go 1-7, they put Tyler Shook or whatever in there and he starts dumping it off to him. No,
maybe, but Spencer looks good. I think this is like a perfect season for him to get into gear. So I don't know. I think if you're stuck with AK, that's tough situation right now.
Yeah,
can't really get rid of him, but also you don't really want him. Sorry to AK owners.
Tough. Okay, game of the week. So we got the 3-3-1 Cowboys at the 5-2 Broncos. The Broncos just narrowly escaped Jackson Dart and Scat last week with a crazy fourth quarter comeback. The Cowboys put belt to ass on the Commanders last week, showing they still got the number 1 offense in the league. Broncos got a top 5 at the very least defense. Cowboys have the number 1 offense. Broncos offense looks good too. Cowboys defense stepped it up last week. You never really know with the Cowboys defense. One week they kind of get 4 sacks, forced fumble, interception, whatever, and then the next they got 260 rushing yards on their head. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But obviously the Cowboys will win this game, cover that spread, but it will be over 50.5. I think in order to win this game, Dak's going to have to throw 3 to 4 touchdowns like he has every week, and Bo Nix will respond. So it'll be a fun game. I think every Cowboys game moving forward, as long as everyone's healthy on that offense, it's going to be a fun game to watch, and you just fire everyone up.
I think I don't know. I mean, the Broncos were. If you asked me 3 weeks ago, I would say the Broncos are a super lock to win the game, but they just got exposed by Jackson Dart, and who's a tight end that was just going crazy like that. That was a
Theo
fluke tight end
Johnson.
game. They had they had 2 tight ends that went bananas in the fucking Giants game.
Maybe.
Yeah, Billinger, bro. Like, how you get exposed by Theo Johnson and Billinger and Jackson Dart? That's not really like a solid floor for your defense. So I don't know. Maybe they'll have an easier time locking down Dak Prescott, who's not as mobile as Jackson Dart. But yeah, this will probably be closer than everybody expects it to be, simply because the Cowboys just score points at an insane clip. Even with PS2 out there, George Pickens is still a dog, so he's still going to have his 95 and 2 tuds or some shit like that. So fire up Bo Nix if you got him. If you don't have him, trade for him. The Cowboys have not had a quarterback score under 22 fantasy points on them yet this season. So that's a super lock for any quarterback that's playing against the Cowboys. You can guarantee 22 points out of him. And Bo Nix is just a dog, so go get him right now. But yeah, this will be a really fun game. I think the Broncos are going to take it though, but it will be very close.
This is gonna be a beautiful game fantasy wise. It might just be in my head because of how bad this Cowboys defense has looked this season, and how I don't know. Bo Nix does not look good. He hasn't looked good, like passing wise or as a quarterback standpoint. I mean, in real life, but fantasy's been okay. But I feel like this is the game where he bounces back. This defense is so sorry, bro. It's so sorry. Like, you have to just air it out on these guys. You gotta.
Yeah.
I'm real big on Troy Franklin. You have to air it out to Troy Franklin. That's what you gotta do. No, but this is gonna be a really good game. I really like the Broncos starts. Knicks, Dobbins. I think you could probably throw Harvey in this game. I mean, I wouldn't mind flexing Harvey with the pass catching.
I feel more confident starting Marvin Mims over RJ Harvey, just because I think the Dallas defense just can't. You can start everybody on the against the Dallas defense.
It's gonna be a shootout, and Marvin Mims I think is their returner. So like, you could probably freaking take one to the crib.
He might fucking bust on the crib, yeah.
I think sneaky though. This game isn't going to be Marvin Mims, Cortland Sutton, whoever. It's just going to be Jake Ferguson versus Evan Ingram. It's going to be seams down the middle, and then just death balls to both of these guys, right? Just they're going to get 20 each.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy that a 50.5 over sounds
low.
Easy to get. Yeah, sounds low for a Broncos and Cowboys teams.
When you got Dakota, man, I will say another thing to note. This is the Javonte Williams revenge game. Broncos didn't believe in him, and they let him come over to the Cowboys, just let him walk in free agency. And Dallas said, come over here. And he's looked like a top 10 running back, but really like a top 5 running back in the league.
No idea. He is. Yeah.
So
he's top 5 in yards. So,
I mean, let's see what he could do against his old team. I wonder how much they'll actually feed him. But I think he gets into the end zone at least once. He's pretty good at doing that this year.
They had Melvin Gordon starting over him, so I know he's had this game circled on his calendar all year, bro.
I'm excited. Ugh, this is
why did they flex this game?
They need to make that line 41.5.
They flex this game.
They switched it, man. The 1-6 Titans with the 6-1 Colts, and he's a 14.5 point favorite, a 47.5 over under. Colts are gonna win this game. Maybe the Titans cover it. I don't think so. I think the Colts will cover that 14.5. Start Jonathan Taylor. I mean, don't even start him on his buys. Start him on his buys. You got wow. I mean, I don't even want to watch this game. It's just going to be Daniel Jones, the greatest quarterback of our time, to be honest. Just laying it on the Titans.
Everybody knew that. Everyone saw that coming.
Not much to say about this game besides bench Jonathan Taylor. That's about it.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. This is going to be a romp. The Colts they might score every single drive just for fun. The only reason that spread doesn't get covered is if they put in the backup in the last 2 quarters, and then they just give them a couple of courtesy touchdowns. I don't know. I've been really high on Cam Ward all season, but it's just hard to win games with this team right now, man. Like Calvin Ridley's still out. He looked like he was going to be on the rise, and then now he's injured. So who do you throw to? Team ready DK, I guess. He had a pretty big one last week.
Ayo Manor.
Ayo Manor. I mean, I feel like we've been wanting him to have much bigger games than he does.
You know who you throw to?
Oh, I will say, bench Tony Pollard, start Tajay Spears. We're literally weeks away from probably this game. We will see Tony Pollard lose his job to Tajay Spears.
I think Pollard had like 18 rushing yards last week, but got I think he got 12 points because Cam Ward dumped it off like 17 times to him because he had to in the fourth quarter.
Tony Pollard was a pass catching back for some reason last week. 6 receptions to Spears.
It's not gonna last though. He's clearly just not good at football anymore.
Yeah. Tajay is the receiving back. I don't know why they were doing that for Tony last week, but yeah. Go grab Tajay.
Colts, you firing up everybody. Honestly, I don't mind starting Alec Pierce and Josh Downs.
Josh Downs.
I don't mind. I just hope that, like you said, bro, they play at least 3 quarters, 3.5. But I have nothing to say. Colts guys, they're gonna win. Tight ends, nobody's gonna see a start unless you need Gunnar Helm like some do. Hope not.
Chigakonkwo.
They think Chig's gonna have a big game, which I don't know. He has not been as good as he should be. I think he's having a pretty bad season compared to last year. He should have a solid veteran tight end role in this team, but he's just not really a presence there. He's not really helping out Cam at all. But maybe this is a Chig breakout game. Who knows?
If someone offered you Tyler Warren for like Roma Dunze, you taking that?
No.
I think I am, honestly.
You're trading him like a top 15 receiver for the number 1, 2.
Not lately. Rome hasn't gone over like 6 points in the last 3 weeks.
Exactly. Then why would I want to trade Tyler Warren for him?
No, you get Tyler Warren. You're trading away.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's trading that. I don't think that's a viable trade. I think to get Tyler Warren right now, you need to give up like an Igbuka or something like that. Like he's a volume guy. He's getting touches. He is the best tight end, I think, right now.
After Jake Ferguson.
After Fergie, but I think the Ferg train is gonna end soon.
Nope. So he's so far and away. Like he's like 70 points more than Tyler Warren.
Not sustainable. Touchdown.
Anyways, on to the night game. 4-1-1 Packers at the 4-2 Steelers. Wow, the Steelers are 4-2. About to go on losing streak to meet their 8-8 quota. But Green Bay minus 3.5 at the Steelers, 44.5 over under. Aaron Rodgers has been looking good. He's been playing sharp. He's been playing smart. He's been hitting. Yeah. DK's been a little bit better than I thought he was going to be. Still just running those fade routes, but Aaron Rodgers has Diddy has one of the most beautiful balls I've ever seen. So, can Micah get to him and make old man Rodgers retire? Who knows? But you're going to start all the usual people. You're going to start Josh Jacobs, start Jalen Warren, start DK, and then start Tucker Kraft. That's about it. That's all I can say. I think Packers will. You know what? No, I think the Steelers are going to win this game. The Packers are barely. I mean, they barely beat the Cardinals last week with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. That offense is just not really clicking right now, and I think the Steelers can take advantage of that. I got Steelers with an upset.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody scarier than primetime revenge game. Aaron Rodgers playing against his old team for the first time. I think he's going to go pretty nuclear. He just loves old heads, bro. He's been giving Pat Freiermuth a career revival. I don't know how long that sustains, but damn, bro, like Pat Freiermuth looks great. Like he's got a great line. Like he doesn't look good. Don't watch the game, but his lines at the end of the game are nice. So Pat Freiermuth is always in for it. You could be in for a big Pat Freiermuth game this one. Yeah, I think that. I mean, Jordan Love looks good, but I don't know. He just doesn't look as controlled as you'd want him to be. I don't think he really knows which receivers he likes. Like Romeo Doubs gets some pretty consistent work, but I don't know. I feel like you're not really using your weapons as effectively as you should with a lot of really talented receivers on that team. And I don't know. Josh Jacobs, to me, I know he's like a solid running back, but I think he might be falling off soon. Um, you just really haven't seen the kind of games that you really want out of Josh Jacobs. Yeah, I think the Steelers are in for a pretty nice win here. I don't think the Packers can hold against the Steelers.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's gonna be a Steelers upset. I unfortunately plan to start the Packers defense in fantasy, but after all this talk, I don't know if I want to anymore.
I wouldn't, bro. I wouldn't.
Really not another option on waivers for me though. Maybe I just don't play defense. But
That might be. Yeah.
no, I'm considering that really. But anyway, I think Steelers, you're gonna start DK. Jalen Warren's looked really freaking good, like really good. Rodgers revenge game. Packers, like I agree with X. Like these guys just Jordan Love doesn't know who he wants to get the ball to. Like he really just has a bunch of mid around him. Like no one's like, give me the ball. Like I can do like what they can do. Like no one's doing that. So it's just
no alpha.
Yeah, like,
there is no alpha. Yeah, and that's an issue. It's an issue.
It's Tucker Kraft, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew Golden, first round pick in so many years, and they don't want to give him the ball.
And he's questionable. He hurt his hip in practice, so we don't even know if he's playing this week.
Jesus Christ.
Leads, bro. I think Dontavian Wicks is also out. So Romeo Dobbs is actually a decent.
Dobbs and Jalen Warren are a must start. If Matthew Golden continues to stay out. Which, I don't know. He hurt his hip in practice, so who knows how bad it is.
Are you going to wait until Sunday Night Football?
No. I have to. It's either him or Marvin Mims, so I might have to just put Marvin in there just so I can be safe. Who else? I don't even know who else I can really wait on. Yeah, I can't. Monday Night Football.
Monday night, we got the 3-4 Commanders at the 4-3 Chiefs. Commanders, like I mentioned earlier, got embarrassed by Dallas. The Chiefs are looking like the Chiefs again. They're favored by 11.5, 47.5 point over under at Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is the MVP favorite right now, and not deservingly so. He should be second behind Dak. That's another conversation. We have Marcus Mariota starting. Jaden Daniels, when he is playing, does not look that good, but when he's hurt, there's not much of a drop-off, to be honest. So, Bill, I don't know what to think about him. I mean, he has games where he does really good and then has games where he either doesn't get a lot of touches or just isn't efficient. He just seems like a very boomer bust player. Terry and Debo are going to be back on the field together, though. They're back. So that'll be good for this Commanders offense, who looked pretty sorry last week. And then on the Chiefs side, man, I clowned people for waiting on Rashi, picking him up like in the 7th round. It's egg on my face. That's what I'll say. That guy is clear number
next level.
Yeah, he's the clear number one on that offense. He took shares away from Kelsey, from Worthy, from Tyquan Thornton, from anyone. I mean, it's his offense now. So the only way you'll get value back with like a Worthy is if Mahomes goes back to what he did last year and just spears him in the knee or something, right? So I think Chiefs probably cover this and improve to 5-3. Commanders drop to 3-5. It's going to be I'm not putting much stock into this game.
I wouldn't be so confident in that cover because Marcus Mariota, as we've seen, is a very competent backup quarterback. I would say good one, and even maybe a great one. He had those 2 games earlier in the season, and he looked really good. He still runs the ball really well when he needs to get out and scramble. And he's Heisman winner, bro. That guy, Oregon Marcus Mariota, he still has some moments like that. Especially with weapons back, I think Debo and Terry coming back are really big for this team. Who knows who's going to be a running back, bro? Every week it's just like they flip a coin, I think, in the huddle to see who's going to play running back that snap. But yeah, I think the Chiefs will win. They have Devil Magic, Taylor Magic, Tight End Day Magic, all on their side. Oh, actually, not even Tight End Day, so you might be safe from a Travis Kelce 3-tug game. But Yeah, Chiefs are gonna win this one.
Yeah, I agree. Not much to say. Chiefs are going to steamroll these guys. I really, really will say I really like Zach Ertz this game for some reason. I feel like Zach Ertz is a cool little safety blanket for Mariota. I think in 2 games he's played with Mariota so far, he averaged around like 11 fantasy points. It was like 10 or 11. I know it's double digits for sure. So, I mean, I like Zach Ertz. Interesting to see how Terry plays out this week and Debo. Terry mainly just because we haven't seen him since week 2 or 3. And I don't know, do you trade for either one of these guys? You think it's probably like a buy low window on there right now, but like, what is their value at? How good will they be versus New England?
I think Debo already hit his ceiling and won't really replicate that rest of the season, especially now that he's already got an injury. And Terry, I've just never been a fan, to be honest. I've never been a fan of him in fantasy or really NFL. So
I like him, and I think you could get a Terry for like a Zay Flowers, and I'd be happy with that. I'd be confident in that.
absolutely not.
You'd want Terry over Zay?
I'd want Terry over Zay. There's nothing. I feel the same. For the way you feel about Terry, I feel that about Zay. I don't think he's really got it like that at all.
That's interesting.
Especially right now.
For Terry, you can trade away some shit off waivers, honestly. Terry.
I will say one thing that I will note about this Chiefs offense is if you're in a spot like you're like 6-1, 7-0, and you really have kind of depth, it might be worth stashing Brashard Smith. He's just kind of taking more snaps in that backfield, and he's a passing back. Kareem Hunt got hurt. Pacheco sucks. So his path to becoming a Kansas City Chiefs running back starter is looking better and better by the week. So if you have the opportunity to do so, go stash Brashard Smith. He might win you your playoffs. But that'll do it for this
double
slate.
Monday night, right? Fuck, I hate those double Monday night games, bro. Those are horrible.
No.
Thank God.
We're done there.
All right.
Yeah. Woo! That'll do it there. Just a little recap for the Honey Pot Parlay. We got Rico Dowdle. So we got 3 legs in one game. We got Rico Dowdle starting us off over 55.5 rushing yards. Then we move into Khalil Shakir grabbing 5 receptions. Josh Allen passing for 25 yards in every quarter of the game. Only thing that makes me nervous about that one is if they take off too early, Josh Allen might be benched by the 4th. Regardless.
Doubt
it. The final leg, Drake London over 5.5 receptions with Kirk O'Chain starting him the ball. Yeah. Probably. I don't think Penix is playing. I'm almost positive he's not. So, if you want to win some money, just tell that. And then one other thing. Let's. I don't know. I doubt this helps any, but follow the TikTok. The Beehive Sports
TikTok. Beehive Sports.
TikTok. We're putting out bets all the time. We're putting out start sits. We're putting out a lot of stuff. So
everything.
Get to the TikTok. That's it. Love y'all.
Boom.
Make an edit about me.
Peace.